What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the channel. Today we've got a fun how-to video. What we're gonna do today is render down some beeswax. So we did our harvest a few weeks back. We have a bunch of cappings from the comb that we scraped off. And so we're gonna render that down and make some really pure, clean beeswax. So a few things you're gonna need, obviously, is the wax. You're gonna need a pot. I went and grabbed a cheap pot from Walmart real quick. You're gonna need a cheesecloth or some other type of strainer. You're gonna need an extra bucket to pour everything in, and we're using a food grade quality bucket for that as well. You're gonna need a $2 wooden spoon or an old spoon that you don't mind messing up, because the wax is gonna stick to this. It's gonna be really hard to clean. Other than that, you're gonna need some patience and just knowing how to do it. It's pretty simple. I'm doing the boiling water method, and so it won't be super complicated. There's many different ways you can do this, but I just chose to do a very simple one today. There's tons of ways you can do this, but let's dive into it. All right, so what I did last night, because I ran this underwater yesterday just to let it filter, pull out any more honey, and just kind of clean it up a little bit, and that's what I'll be rendering down today. Let's see how much we get out of this. It smells amazing. All right, we got water in our pan here, and we're just waiting. We're at about 108. We're waiting for around 140, 144 to drop the wax in. My cheesecloth is a little small for the ball, so I got a little twisty tie in there. I think once this all starts to loosen up, it's gonna kind of sift through. But I'm gonna filter this twice, and so I'm not too worried about little bits and particles getting in this first round. We're at the right temperature, so I'm gonna start putting her in here. Drop it in, let it do its thing. Don't think I need this much water. This is my first time, so. Right, we're starting to get somewhere here. You can see the wax is starting to melt. That means we're at the right temperature. And so the idea is that as all this melts and filters through here, all the wax will be in the water. And then what will happen as it cools, the wax will rise and collect at the top of the water. And obviously you'll see that in a later video. More now, this is great. You can see that the ball is getting a lot smaller, and you can see the water is way darker. So that means there's a lot of wax being pulled out. Filter is still working great. The main thing is just keeping it moving, and you can kind of poke it every now and again. I'm poking it with that wooden spoon there to just kind of push it through the filter and not let it get too bottled up or anything. You can see the wax right here, really nice and pretty, nice and clean. So I'm excited about how this is gonna come out. Alrighty, there we have it. Looking pretty dirty. I think a lot of the darker bits of wax got through. As you can see, it's already kind of starting to collect towards the top. It took me about an hour, and it's still not over. We gotta wait for this to cool down. A couple things to keep in mind, I guess. If you're straining out the bits of wax, you're not gonna get everything out, so there's that. Also, be careful, because I kind of spilled a couple times, or not spilled, but splashed a couple times. Got it on my arm a little bit, and does not feel good. So there's that. If you look at the edge there's a nice layer, probably about that thick, of wax. So I'm excited. Looks like it's all rendered to the top. So I decided to throw it in the fridge to speed up the process a little bit here. And as you can see, it is working. Alrighty, we let the wax sit for a couple days here. This is the leftover separation. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna boil it down. We're gonna throw some water in here, boil it down again, and then we're gonna add it into this bucket for the final cooling and final filtering, and it'll be ready to go in this bucket when we're done. Y'all, we let this sit overnight, and this is what we got here. Beautiful. Oh yeah, beautiful chunk. Finished product here, all cleaned up, ready to rock and roll. Came out really well. Let's get into sunlight here so you can see it a little bit better. Super excited about that. Just washed it off. There's still tiny little bits of particles of wax and propolis. Well, not wax, but propolis in there, but it's pretty freaking clean. So there you have it, you guys. That's how you can render down your own wax using the boiling method. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, like and subscribe. Please leave a comment in below if you've tried this or another way has worked better for you. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you on the next video. See you guys.